Alright, what's up everyone? This is NinjaDeathStrike bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle, and haven't put up a battle for a while. Like I said, my computer was kind of busted over the weekend, and weekends are my time for Wi-Fi battles, so didn't get one up last weekend, but got a pretty fun one to give you guys today. It's very interesting. My opponent was Michael from Facebook. Didn't take down a last name, but looking at the teams, you can see I'm using the Rain team that I have been using in the last few videos I've put up, and he's got pretty standard OU team. At least it looks like it from the preview screen. Turns out that's completely not the case, but the Staraptor, is BL, but it can definitely hold its own in OU. And then he's got that Regigigas, and I had no idea what he was planning with that thing when I saw it come up on the screen, the team selection screen. So I just figured, I don't know what to expect, but I should be able to handle it fairly easily. I've got Toxicroak, I've got Ferrothorn, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. But anyhow, let's get into the match and see what happens. I chose to lead with Politoed, didn't see any weather on his team, so figured that I'd get it up right off the bat. And hey, look at that, there's Regigigas right from turn one. So I know that when these things do get played, they usually like to do lots of parafusion shenanigans to try and stall for those 5 turns. So I decided to just hit it with a Scald right off the bat. Hopefully I can get the burn, and not only do I get the burn, I get a crit on top of it. So poor Regigigas finally sees the light of day in OU, and then immediately gets slapped in the face with a crit Scald burn from one of the most OU Pokemon in the game. And that's the last we're going to be seeing of him. So I do get paralyzed, and then Dragonite comes in, and I'm like, well, crap. I don't have my rocks up yet. This team does not have a 100% solid way to deal with Dragonite. He can cause me a lot of problems, so tried for the hypnosis there, but of course I missed, and so wasn't willing to risk it twice. I go for the Encore. I just figured he would probably want to dance again since he could get a free one in, but instead he decides to start attacking flat out, and since I run a very bulky Politoed, it's actually a 3-hit KO. So I decided to just sack Naya here, leave her in. I went for the Skull just maybe because I could get a burn on it that would break multi-scale and basically cripple it, but it didn't work out. It is encored into Dragon Claw though, so go into Spook and I trick him a Scarf, and this is not probably the ideal way to deal with it, but it was the only option I had right now to keep it from sweeping the rest of my team on turn 5. So he's tricked into Dragon Claw. That means that I'm completely safe now to go into Spike, and he's going to have to switch out here because even at +1, that's not going to do anything, and it's going to give me an opportunity to get my rocks up, which means the next time Dragonite comes in, I can break multi-scale, and he can't use Roost since he's locked into a Choice Scarf. So Dragonite has been effectively dealt with. I just need to watch out for a late-game sweep since I gave it the Scarf, but it's going to be much easier to handle now. Flygon comes in to take his place. I figure Flygon's almost always choiced in some way, so I protect to scout the move. I see Fire Blast there, so I switch into Spook thinking I actually had a chance to live in the rain, but turns out it's a Life Orb variant instead, and U-Turn's definitely going to take me out. I do, however, get Switch Initiative since it was a KO, and I'm going to go into Threesome, my Dugtrio, thinking that I had a free kill here. But I don't. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Scarfed Special Lucario, so I did not expect that at all. Props to Michael for that set. Completely caught me off guard and took out poor Dugtrio. But it does leave an opening for Jack. Jack's going to come in on the choice-locked fighting attack, resist it, and then he's going to take his revenge. So I get a bulk up in there. I get another bulk up here as he goes into Dragonite. And I'm thinking at this point, even if he has Earthquake, I should be able to live it since I'm at +2 defense, and Sucker Punch is going to do quite a bit of damage. It surprisingly doesn't quite kill, so I'm thinking this Dragonite is probably a little bit more bulky since he didn't do that much damage to Politoed earlier, but Dragon Claw is not going to do enough after +2, and thanks to the Rain and Drain Punch and Black Sludge, I get all my health back. And now Blissey comes in, so I'm going to set up a sub here because I knew the only reason he would bring this thing in at this point is if it had Thunder Wave. If it doesn't have Thunder Wave, Blissey can't touch me. So I set up the sub, avoid the Perilous, and now +2 Drain Punch with after the stab boost is going to be enough to take it out. And so that is one fat pink blob down, and I'm in an awesome position now. Full health, behind a sub at +2/+2. So Luke's going to come in. He will be able to break my sub since he quad resist Sucker Punch. Can't go for that. I just hit him with a Drain Punch since I know that it'll take him out. And now the only thing I have to worry about is Staraptor, I think. Flygon comes in here. I'm thinking I can probably live in Earthquake, especially since it's not choice banded, but instead he pulls a weird double switch, and I don't know if that was a misclick on his part to bring in Flygon or what, but he switches out right away into Staraptor, and even after the Intimidate, Drain Punch is going to be enough to take him out. I critted him there, but I don't think that matters since Staraptor's defenses are not the best, and I was still at +1. So now Flygon comes in, hits me with a Draco Meteor, and so this is a special Flygon too. He was running a lot of special attackers. I think if I had brought Blissey, he would have been in big trouble since a lot of his guys appear to be physical attackers and then go for these special moves. But once again, because Flygon doesn't have the greatest offenses, even a Draco Meteor is not enough to take me out, and then I get all my health back with Drain Punch. That leaves only poor old Regigigas on his side of the field. He's going to go down to another Drain Punch, and that's going to be the game. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I've got lots of TCGO stuff coming during the week. Gonna open up some more Noble Victories packs. I've put together some new decks, so I'll be showcasing 1 or 2 of those. And who knows, maybe I'll put up a deck building guide or something like that if I get bored. I guess we'll see. But anyhow, stay tuned, guys. More coming your way shortly. Thanks.